You did indicate that you have trained or selected some people and trained them. Some of them have given financial assistance to set up their own business, set up their own businesses. So what happens to the chunk of people who didn't get the financial assistance? What's going to happen to them? That's my question.
Good morning. My name is John Elliott from the Finder newspaper.
From which newspaper?
The Finder. The School Entrepreneurship Initiative is a laudable one. I want to know.
The students.
Yeah, I want to know if it's going to affect or impact those who have equally business plans but are not in school as we talk now.
My name is Arthur Mensah from Ghana News Agency. Yeah, I think you have done very well if you look at these initiatives. But I've been thinking, how much has been spent so far? And then the source of funding, apart from the budget allocation. You know, when you come out with very good initiatives, sometimes you get to a certain point and couldn't continue. So I want to find out the source of funding. You also mentioned international funding. If you can brief us about which international agency is supporting these laudable initiatives. Then when this World Business Investment Office was launched, just recently I was there, the World Business Angels Investment Office. Somebody asked about how much they are going to invest in Ghana. You mentioned every year they spend between $30 and $50 billion, and Ghana is not benefiting. How much is this investment agency investing in Ghana, maybe in the next 2 or 3 years? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bobie Osai from City FM and City TV. So you spoke of ensuring that young people are ready for the implementation of the AFCFTA. Now, in terms of it being a conducive environment, the communication service tax, for example, was passed, and then also we. So essentially, what really are you doing to mitigate the impact of such, like the tax, for example? The Chamber of Telecommunications is complaining that it would affect ordinary users as well as small scale businesses. So what exactly are you doing, and are you concerned about that? And also, as Minister Designate, you mentioned that you're going to help. When you mentioned that you're going to handhold, business and create 20 strong businesses. What's the update on that? Can you give us some, specifics?
My name is Abednego Santia Sidu. I work with Adom FM. Honorable, you did mention that you are giving some funding support to some young entrepreneurs. My question is, most businesses do complain about bank interest rates. Is there any plan for you to engage the banks so that at least they will give a favorable interest rate to people who didn't benefit from your initiative? And also, can you tell us the number of Kaya years you are going to train? Thank you.
Karen Dodu from Joy Business. I would be glad if you could throw more light on the greenhouse project at Owenia. How entrepreneurs benefit from it? Is it for rentals or you give them for lease, and how much the ministry has made from there? And then also you mentioned some women who have been trained. Is this part of the 19,000 or is a different figure on its own?
The first one, what happens to those who do not get financial support? There are 3 elements for business to succeed. Maybe a little more, but 3. Financial support, capacity building, and access to markets. These 3 elements are very important for every business. Those who do not get financial support have nonetheless gotten capacity building. But when we meet them, it's not just about money. It's about certain elements in business that they don't have. So given the business training, they are able to manage their businesses. In fact, some after training said that we don't want to apply for the money. We had a lot like that. They said they didn't know. Just how to manage and build their capacity is very important for them. Suddenly, we cannot give funding to, we don't have the money to give to 12,000 people. We select based on business plans that they produce. So if you don't have any financial support, you've gotten to training. It's a structured, deliberate training to make you succeed. So that training alone helps people to scale up. So that's my answer to that one. Building your capacity without support is still something that I can go home with and do something with it. Students with business ideas but I'm out of school. That's what the potential pitch is available. Prenatal pitch is meant for those who are not in school. It's for everybody. That's why you see between 18 years and 35 years. So whether you are GSS students, SS, university, or out of school, as long as you are within the age brackets of 18 and 35 years, you are qualified for it. And then financial business support is for everybody. This year, we intend to support 3,000 applicants with the funding. We will train 12,000, out of it 3,000 funded. Every year we'll increase it to make sure that as many people as possible have access to funding and to the training. Everybody who applied for the training gets the training. Free. It's free of charge. We want to build their capacity to be entrepreneurs. How much has been spent so far and funding sources? It's largely Ghana government and our business partners. It's largely Ghana government and our business partner. Presidential pitch is largely private funding. So for women entrepreneurs, women with ability is private funding. So it's a mix of government, GOG, and private funding. The Spanish government, for instance, supported us to train of trainers of 2,000. The Spanish government helped us, about 30 million cedis. We spent about 100 million building the capacity of entrepreneurs across Ghana over the last year and this year, 100 million cedis, to build the capacity of young people in terms of training and in terms of access to funding. That's how much we spent. And we are going to spend much more to make sure that our young people compete effectively, not only in Ghana, but globally. WBAF. WBAF is a network of very successful, seasoned people who are retired from work. They have money, and they have networks, they have contacts. What the opening of the office, the WBA office in Ghana would do is to prepare our young entrepreneurs, prepare them, and then link them up with the global angel investor community. For example, we are now going to start up and have a work plan. They are working, the country manager is doing a work plan. Every year we intend to have 20 minimum of our entrepreneurs who prepare them very well and then match them with angel investors around the world. They will now look at it and say, okay, someone is doing agro-business, doing ICT, I want to put in X amount of money in that business. They invest in your business, help you grow to a stage, and then they opt out. But they connect you very well in terms of, and they monitor and they mentor you and they give you the funding. Angel investors are not after profit. They have money they want to put in the business and they want to mentor it from their experiences. So how much depends on how much people ask for. We train at least 20 every year. And then link them up to global business and angel network, and then they mentor them, they fund them. It could be up to $10 million, $20 million, we don't know, depending on what people ask for, the investors. We have to train them, make sure that they link up well. High interest rates. Interest rates are a question of macroeconomic stability. If you remember, when we came to power 2017, interest rates was one of the clearest of business, 15.6%. Today, interest rates in a single digit. Debt to GDP has come down. Interest rates are still high, but they've come down. Now they are in their 20s. They used to be in their 40s. So as the government continues to improve the macroeconomic environment, literacy is stabilized, inflation is going down. As we stabilize the macroeconomic environment, interest rates will come down. It's a function of good macroeconomic stability. I think the government is doing very well on that stuff. Every year we are seeing some decline. It's marginal though, but we're hoping that within a year or two, as we did during President Kufuor's time, we'll come to below 20, below 15. And businesses can source the funding and expand their businesses. Greenhouse at Dowenya. A green business, there are domes, as you can see up there. It's organic farming. A greenhouse is a dome. We call it controlled farming. It's organic. You don't use fertilizer, you don't use all those things. What we've done is to engage people from university, those who did agric, Polytechnics and university, they work there, agri extension staff. We're able to sell some of the products there. Tomatoes, there's been too much market for it. And take care of them. We are going to bring a private investor. Where it has gotten to, it's not a Ministry of Business Development again. It's big. We want to bring a private investor to partner government to expand it, even do it better and employ more people. Because our government is center-right. We don't compete the private sector. We create the environment for private sector to take it up and do. That's what we've got into. So the private sector will take it up, partner us, and then we'll employ more people, expand it, and give young people. 20 businesses. Yes, when I was designated, I'm now in charge. In fact, under our Presidential Business Support Program, we've assisted a lot of people. We have about 25 of them who have the potential to really go very far. One company has employed more than 50 people. At the ministry, we are having a plan in September to select 20 out of these 57 top businesses that we've done, to build them up. And we are going to build them up. We are going to give them more training, more funding, including international funding, and send them abroad to attach to businesses around the world. They can learn the discipline and the practices. So within the next 3-4 years, they stand up as very successful. We are 57 now. We're going to select 20 out of them. Based on some criteria we're going to come out with. And then support them more funding and attach them to businesses around the world. Technology is key. When we're able to get them technology-driven, innovative-driven businesses, the 20 will come. By end of next year, we'll show you the 20 young, successful entrepreneurs we've built. For this year, we want to train 2,000 Kayayes. Because if you see them, you know, we've done some needs assessments. They go, when they make the money, they don't save. They go and put it there, people steal. They don't keep books. We want to help build their capacity. We want to do 2,000, and everybody will scale up. In conjunction with the Minister of Gender, Women and Special Protection.
My name is Maxwell. I write for the Chronicle newspaper. And I want to know the exact date or time that this Kayaye training would start, so that people will get themselves ready and then, you know, get in touch to, do things. Of course, we are going to write about this, and they would, you know, they'll be calling and they would want to know much about how this thing is going to be really done. And I want to also know how these people you've been supporting, it's like we are not hearing anything about the support you give them. Are they able to pay the monies back? Since we want to be a bit updated on that aspect too. And how serious is this monitoring that you were talking of after you've supported them and given them this financial muscle to work? How is this monitoring process really done, and how serious and effective is it? Since we seem to be having a problem with the monitoring and evaluation and what have you in this country. Thank you.
Karen Dodo again, this time for Joy News. You mentioned that you're hoping to create 120,000 jobs in 5 years. But within 3 years, so far, 4,000 jobs created. I'm just wondering how we could see this done in 5 years.
Thank you again for your round of questions. Kayaye training, we're doing what we call the needs assessment. It's important to target specifically and get the right results. We're engaging with them, and we'll do it before the end of this year. Before the end of this year, we'll do the Kayaye training in Accra. Hopefully, we'll do it in October, November. But apart from the needs assessment, know exactly what to target, so I can tailor the intervention to solve a problem. Beneficiaries, are they able to pay back their loans? Yes, indeed. As of last week, we've had 70% recovery from the loans we've given out. Our target is 90% recovery. That's the last, we've got 70% recovery. This for the last year's beneficiaries, not this year. We have a very strong M&E department at NEP. We also engage a foreign, a consultant, not foreign and not per office. University of Ghana, ISA. We engage ISA. They're also going to do their own independent evaluation and give us a report. The essence to let us know whether we're doing the right thing or not. But from our own NEP internal things, about 70% recovery as of last week. So ISA also do theirs and give us a report. We'll compare and know what to do. But we'll have 70% recovery. Our target is 90% recovery. That's for the first year. This year, we're not giving the loans out yet. We'll do so in September, either late September or early October, for the disbursement. Yes, how can 120 jobs be created within 3 years? The 4,000 plus jobs we created was only for last year. And that's only for residential business support. That are jobs created from residential pitch and from greenhouse put together will be like 8,000. But you see, it has a snowball effect. So this year, if we trained, we gave 1,350, and they would create close to 5,000 jobs. We want to support 3,000 people now. The 2,000 people are also going to help create their own jobs. In addition to last year, and last year zone also increase. Pressure pitch, last year, that they created over 200 jobs. This year, we're not giving them the money. The money will be given next week to them. They won the pitch. So we think even 120 is small. We are just being conservative. Camo, your company. Kamoka alone is having over 200 outgrow farmers. She needs some support to scale it up to 1,500. Yeah, we're going to support her. And you have to see the enthusiasm among students and the SCI, the Student Entrepreneurship Initiative. The students are really, Ghanaian students are very smart. Ghanaians are brilliant. What Ghanaians want, young people want, is give them the space, give them the support, and they will deliver. That's what we're going to do. The young people are very smart. So go and see students, even secondary school, university. They want to do it. And we're going to create the ecosystem and environment to capacitate them to create their own jobs and to employ people. We're going to do that. Next year, here, it will become bigger and bigger and better. Thank you.
From here, if we have any further questions on these presentations or outside these presentations, the Office of the Minister and his entire team is always open to take the various questions on other stories or other thematic areas that you'd be delighted to write or report on. But for now, if we can have a few beneficiaries who are with us here today to share their experiences.
My name is Amy Beth Kwanson. I'm the founder of Kaomoka. It's a coffee company. And I'm one of the recipients of the Presidential Pitch Award for 2018. I'm here to just give you a bit of my experience through that journey. So the first thing I'd like to mention is that with the presidential pitch, they award 20 people. Most of the pitch competitions I know about only award 1. And sometimes the amount is not even what the ministry is doing. So for that, I'd like for us all to acknowledge that. And please give them a round of applause for that good work. 20 people, everybody got something. So after we got our money, we left happy. You know, we're going to invest this money in our company, we're going. Only to receive calls not too long after. The minister wants to see you. Uh-oh, what have we done? So we go in to see the minister, not his delegate or somebody, the minister himself. He made time, very busy, but he made time to see each one of us. He asked us, where are you now? Since you got the money, what did you do? Where can we help? I'm not making it up. Live. That's what happened. And we really appreciated that, you know, reaching out beyond just giving you money, that interest, that passion, and the words of encouragement. You know, business is not easy. There will always be pitfalls, but get up, come and talk to us, keep us updated, let us know what you're doing so we can help. From that, personally, I was able to get my FDA certification, thanks to the ministry and the team. Thank you. So I was able to get that FDA. So it's made a lot of difference. It's given us access to markets. We've been able to increase our farmer network. When we started, we were 6. Now we're 57, with 200 indirect jobs produced from that. Why did we do that? Because the ministry kept pushing. Where are your products? We want to buy your products. Where are your products? Where have you stocked them? So we had to go, marketing. Can you please take our product? Now we have FDA, so we have access to markets. And that has a direct impact on the farmers we work with. So the presidential pitch is really making an impact. With our roastery as well, they've helped us build technical capacity. So we're working to improve the number of people who are able to roast our coffee and put them out on the streets. So it's really making an impact. I'm really glad to have been part of the project, and I really commend you for this initiative. And thank everyone who works at the ministry for their involvement and for pushing us to keep going higher, to keep creating jobs, to keep creating products from things grown in Ghana, coffee grown in Ghana, produced, manufactured, value added here, right here in Ghana. So thank you to the ministry and thank you to the team. And I was very excited that there was a woman in charge. She's a very strong woman and she really pushes us and acts as a role model as well. So thank you.
Honorable Ministers Nabuafo, Penny, and then Mijnaha, Ewayan and disability. Yes, say Yadamasi Ayuko, Yamin Shramu, and you have a brain, nay, a bisadie, I dear to Yamin. Media me kwa so that Mr. Maswaro for Mumbo and Yamumpa if it's empese, me commend or me yanso, me a hairdresser. Penny for Mrs. Lamington, your moboa me, a feminantium, imponancy, I'm going to be sadek or two, your man penny, so mwame. Na mintimi su moto a metimi dia kwa adwuma o mampanyi atie me mpaibo be te say 2 weeks ni o de sumai e me ye de brem workshop me dana se bebre na mpanifo se wo fudu apa na ye pia wonti ye de ne aye se ye da subra na no nanso ya papa a odwene ne ma ho ne mo a ne ma for ministers no nyina o ma dwene ye ho ahu se ba be ye fi nso na no eye afi ye da na se bebre se watimi abo ye so ya se ye adwuma no o ne na abo afo nyina ya bisade da mo anim mo ntwa ye nja amo de ye so aka ho bi ye se nyame sra no kakra ye kan se watimi abo ye e ma ye adwuma ye ye watimi ama ye skase ye fa hyase na mpo intimate tumpon na bebre mpo na odi acheyen yentua emu kakra bi yenya ne babia yesi nyankopon ensra onabo na busuafo nyame sra mo bebre afenso ye sha mo bose ye diska ne be ye adwuma na amadwuma na ye kase ye training kwala bebre o mo pamade nyina obi abetua ne ka senia mhyehyɛ no esetie afei nso na wotwe bia me kokoro mu mprenu a nse ya eto atwa mekɔ no bosom yebise sika no mekɔ fe na bebre no abeton sɛ ne be ya metimi ɛho memfa so lɔre fe amede kɔ no kwa na emu odu me srɛ sɛ ɔmomo ayɛ nsa na afoforo nso mgu kwankyɛn no ɔmuntimi mfi ɔman ni mu emfa mo nsanye bibi ebisa wo hwɛ madwuma ya din ngina ho adwuma enso maye ma adwen sɛ determination mekomanim enti mesrɛ rade sɛ ɔmoa ye mampanyi na boafo honorable minister nyame sraw non kan ho na ma won to wakwanto so ye mame honorable Rita sorry ye mame Rita nyame sraw ene wadwuma pa wo dɔsoro nko a wo de na di kyerɛ yen ye to ye ni awia no pa yesu fra wo gye yen so ye se nyame sraw non kan mo ho non bwan bebre ewo amen.
In the absence of any, would like to bring today's Meet the Press to an end, and we'll take this opportunity to thank each and every one of us who have made it possible and successful, especially to our media partners and friends who keep reporting on the good stories and all the achievements of the government and the various sector. We'll keep thanking you and we pray that God bless you and then us all. Thank you so much.